Okay.
You're right.
I love it. Okay. Right.
Is it okay, Texter?
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, right.
To chafe your nipples.
No, seriously.
Pretty awesome.
That is absolutely awesome. I will say this. Don't take this the wrong way. As Steve is my witness, coming into the show, I was actually in the process of getting some gear together myself, right? But I had to make sure I owned my rights to my gear. Yeah, so as long as you're not selling them, Rob. Look, if you're making it, all good. If you're selling it, oh, that's a fact. Cause like
Perfect.
I will like sue you and then give you free tickets to something else.
Okay.
Like the car spot. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Like all right.
Go ahead and say it, Steve. Let people know more about what you are behind the scenes. Hmm.
It's pretty solid. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I think it's fair. I like it. I mean, there you go. I mean, and look, I'm okay with it. I got to be honest. I'm not a big memorabilia guy. Uh, which I mean, I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think memorabilia is cool. I don't have a lot of it. Like I don't know. I don't value the signature as much. But I will say this: I wouldn't mind at all if it had another name on it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, sure, definitely. I mean, yeah, and that's a great
That's
story.
a yeah. Okay, this is my opinion on this to be determined. To be determined. To be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically how I've been on sports memorabilia for the last 30 years, right? Like autographs, signed pictures, signed cards, like everything is to be determined because there's nothing more awesome than hearing about somebody finding a card or selling, a card that has value to one other person who wanted that, Like that's an awesome story, right? Conversely, when I hear the story about the guy who got hosed for the fake signed whatever, I'm like, you know what? That's an awesome story. Because what idiot just said, "Oh, that's signed by so and so," and got beat? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not that person's the idiot. I'm just like, that's pretty bold to sit around and it's like Catch Me If You Can. Yeah, so both sides I'm kind of amazed with that. I can't pick a side yet. Yes. Yes. So I was probably thinking 48% good purchase, 52% bad purchase, right? But then when you said sports bar man cave, right? I'm like, yes, a picture like that with Mike Ditka saying to Karen sitting above my bar is going to make me laugh when I'm on my third shot of vodka and nobody's around, right? And it's right, and I'm just gonna laugh at myself for even owning that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's worth a laugh once a week. It was, yeah. Right. My point with the whole memorabilia is, like I said, that's something to make you laugh about, or just enjoy having the possession. Here's the thing. Okay, I'll say this: if you're in the memorabilia game to profit, I don't like it, right? Because you end up being person. Right. Listen, person with 50 items that just says, "I'm a huge Marcus Maven fan," and then I'm like, "No, you're not." No, look, look, no, you're not. Look, anything past the 12th item, listen, this is not nice what you're doing. No, it's not stalkers. It's just it's abusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be abusive. Just, you know, right. Like if I signed multiple things and you didn't keep one of them or just hang it up or something, I don't feel I'm just feel personally attacked by something like that. Speaking of baseball, shout out. I think you covered in the Sports Center. Shout out, prayers up, Nick Birdie. Ugh, ugh. Tough, tough, tough break. Do we have any results on that injury? Hmm. Uh huh. Yeah, but he went down like sack of potatoes, man. Yeah. Uh, he worked hard through those Tommy Johns. Yeah. Just there's nothing like the right. Right. So yeah, I definitely want to shout that out. It's always humanizing when you say, okay, pro athlete, all the money in the world, financially secure, but you really put you fight hard with your daily life to be successful. So we wanted to get that shout out. Very somber story to start the day. And we got that out of the way. Any special additions to our opening
No, I'm good.
pork
Ready.
chops?
Yeah, I grilled out last night. It was good.
You could bring a plate.
I know, it was beautiful.
It's been like, I'm sorry, like how many times can I say it's been so nice?
I know. I had this new seasoning. It was amazing. So it was good.
What does the season consist of?
Brown sugar bourbon. That's what it was called. I know. Yeah, I threw down. It was amazing. It's good.
Brian, I tell you what I'll do, just to keep this thing fresh. In your sports center, could you repeat the news on Blackshear? Caller, just hang on 1 second. That's interesting. Steve,
Yeah.
before we go any further with our stories, do you have a particular opinion? Because that's going to help us transition into, the conversation we're going to have.
About?
Blackshear, Kentucky, the courting process in particular.
No, I mean, other than, look, the kid will probably, I heard Michigan State involved with him. Kentucky, I don't know. I think he's...
You and I had the conversation, Michigan State, Kentucky.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to go to Michigan State if you're Blackshear.
There's no reason not to go to Kentucky. You'll start. You're going to walk right in and start.
I think you'll walk right in and start at Michigan State.
Probably.
And you'll be the number one team in the country.
Well, Michigan State's going to be number one team in the country, no matter if he goes there or
That's
not. Yeah, no, I agree. But I don't know. Anytime you got these guys, they start, being built up. It's like the Hauser brothers. People are like they're turning into, mythical creatures. It's
like the Kraken.
Probably, but it's like,
You're right.
okay. Yeah,
We had him on the ropes too.
Yeah.
And I hate that I do that. I hate to do it. If Louisville has you on the ropes, you suck. And and look, of course I can't say that about Louisville because I get mad at everybody else who says people suck after Louisville busts them, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, much of a problem for us.
I know, but I'm like, I know. Blackshear now is turning into this the greatest big man of all time.
The Kraken.
We beat him every single time we played him. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes these transfers, I think, just they build a legend. The longer they hold out there, so I don't know. I would think Michigan State though would be an intriguing. Coming off a Final Four with everything they have coming back.
Yeah, if it wasn't, if you could have this same conversation, not being a Kentucky, Louisville beef thing.
No, yeah. I think Kentucky is going to struggle a little more than they did, or have, and Michigan State's probably the clear-cut number one team in the country.
What do you think? What do you mean when you say struggle?
They're going to take a little bit to get going. I don't know how many of the horses he's going to have this year. Maxie's good. You got Hagen's, Maxie, and Quickly, who is, they're all kind of in the backcourt there, and then you got a couple small forwards. I don't know. They don't really have anybody that you're like, oh my gosh, they got that guy. Oh man,
So let's do this, Steve. You've been waiting to have this conversation. I've been waiting to have this conversation. We had to get off the phone so we wouldn't have this conversation, and it could be a natural reaction because the most important conversation on radio is natural response at this time of year. Steve, you sent me our very own favorite Jeff Goodman's 2019-2020 college basketball rankings. First and foremost, when you send me these things and there's no angry emoji next to it, I'm intrigued. So what I did is I finished my last bit.
There's been a big change to that too.
Big change.
From when I sent it to you. From when I sent it to you, North Carolina was tied for the 25th spot. North Carolina is now ranked 8.
There's no way. You know what, Steve? I'm glad you told me that. When you showed me the top 25, I went Marquette, Purdue, Virginia. I was surprised. It's like
Virginia lost everything.
They seem like they're reloading pretty good. And then I said, okay, Florida, Texas Tech at 18, Houston's back there, Baylor, Seton Hall at 14. I'm like, goodness gracious, and Maryland, and Michigan's, and Alabama's, and Auburn's, and Villanova's, and I'm like, what's going on? No, I got Carolina at 8 here.
Yeah, but it's
he
been
actually
updated.
swapped it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So like, if you click on the link now, it's
Ah.
we're at 25, and then they got Cole Anthony.
North Carolina at 8. Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
A quick opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, he's number 2 player in the country. I don't know. I've watched him play a few times. Like, he's good. I don't know if he's 25 to 8 good, but I mean, he definitely put him up in the top. 20. I thought they'd move him.
Yeah,
about 15,
get him in there.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of thought there would be a bump with him, but 8, so maybe a little excessive. But I don't know. Then the more I look at the top 25, I'm like, oh, maybe he does put them all the way up to 8. I mean, because 10 through 25 is nothing special.
Nobody you would care about having on your schedule.
No.
Yeah. Nobody 10 through 25 you would feel like your schedule got extremely tough.
No, not really.
I mean, it'd be fun.
I mean, you have 3 ACC teams in the top 10, but outside of that, Virginia at 24.
So,
that's it.
When you go from Carolina,
Yeah,
you got your opinion on Carolina?
they're to be determined because I think they'll get a couple grad guys. So.
That was number 8. Number 7 is Kentucky.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Louisville.
Yes. That's how the rankings fall here.
Okay, I think I'm ready now.
Fine.
Steve, I have to say this to you.
Okay.
Upon first response, and you are in control, or you have been assigned the responsibility to not let me turn to a loser over this.
Okay.
I am not ready for Louisville to have a higher ranking in recruiting,
which they do right now,
and
yeah,
a higher ranking on the actual team ranking.
By the way, let's talk about that class real quick too. You remember that class that was number 1 that I heard every time? I feel like every time I flip on a radio or something, I heard, it's number 1, but I mean, it's going to tank. I mean, that's going to fall. It will fall. I mean, it did. It fell 4th.
And we're about done with the holding pattern of recruiting.
I mean, there's really nobody left. I mean, maybe one guy here or there as far as recruiting classes go. I mean, but yeah, no. I mean, you're not falling out of the top 5. It's going to be a top 5 class. Let me just Kentucky's 5th, by the way.
No, I'm not going to giggle about that, right?
Oh, no.
Because here's the thing.
They've been the standard in recruiting.
That's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
The standard of recruiting. Tar Heels lost Luke May, Cameron Johnson, Kobe White, Kenny Williams, and Nasir Little.
Good God.
But Roy Williams. No, look, I'll
say
say that slower. Right, Steve? I'll slow down. The Tar Heels lose a lot. Luke May, Cameron Johnson, Kobe White, Kenny Williams, and Nasir Little. But Roy Williams will add the nation's top incoming point guard, Cole Anthony, to a group that will also include skilled Armando Bacote.
I mean, he's a 5-star big man.
The question is whether someone such as Leaky Black, Brandon Robinson, and Seventh Woods can step up and be more than just a role guy, is what you're playing against next year. The Cats will lose Reed Travis, PJ Washington, Keldon Johnson, Tyler Herro. UK will bring back Ashton Higgins, Emmanuel Quigley, and EJ Montgomery.
Maybe.
Yeah, that vehicle says no.
No, that's
you're my side. Yeah. Along with another talented recruiting class that features a trio of top 25 players, Khalil Whitney, Tyrese Maxey, and Keon Brooks. I do like those players, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, they're good.
Chris Mack will bring in a big-time freshman class that has a handful of top 100 kids,
5.
including wing Samuel Williamson, a big man Aiden Gahan,
Yeah.
Jordan Wara will test the NBA waters, but should return. The Cards will also have Dwayne Sutton, Ryan McMahon, Malik Williams, and possibly VJ King back.
I don't think so.
They also added a grad transfer in St. Joe's point guard Lamar Kimball, who averaged 15.6 and 2.8 assists last season.
It's a lot.
That's a...
Go look at those paragraphs. When you go down the paragraphs, Louisville's paragraphs pretty big.
They probably have the biggest paragraph.
Yeah, I mean, until you get to maybe 1 through 4.
Louisville's the most intriguing out of the top 10.
I would say so because
Michigan State, you know what they got. So I got no conversation for. See, my point, Steve. We know what Michigan's getting back. The rest of the top 5, 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're on projections.
Oh,
You only need one if you're Louisville, and you expect Jordan Ware returning, Enoch returning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's expect, rumor-wise, VJ King's gone, so to speak, right?
Right.
With the returning team you have, you only need one person out of the new class to be a true contributor.
Well, yeah, and I think to further your point, I mean, go on down.
As compared to other teams.
Well, going down to 3 and 4. 4. Listen to this. This is Gonzaga. Okay, number 4. It's one of the teams ahead of you. Rui Hachimura is gone. Brandon Clark is likely to leave. And Josh Perkins is graduating. But the Zags should have a nucleus of Zach Norvell, Killian Tilly, and Corey Kispert to go along with the strong recruiting class that features big men, Drew Time, and 2 foreign kids. I don't know their names. Timmy, maybe, whatever.
Yeah, didn't we play him? Didn't he transfer from somewhere?
Says the question here will be the point guard spot, where freshman Brock, they got the weirdest names, man. Brock will likely get the call along with the grad transfer. So you got a few. Now listen to this one. Kansas. There are plenty of question marks here.
You're starting your article with plenty of questions, but you got them still ranked 3.
Yeah, regarding whether Quentin Grimes or Devon Dotson and even Silvio De Sousa, pending an appeal, will return. However, Bill Self got huge news when Udoka Azubuike decided to return for a senior campaign.
He's a problem.
He's good. And then, these a couple guys will be back. My guess is the Jayhawks will add a couple more players. So that's kind of saying, okay, they're 3.
In the form of transfer wire or high school kids.
Yeah.
Maybe like reclassifying.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's kind of what's ahead of them. Now, 1 and 2 are pretty solid. So,
yeah, your Duke class. But here's the thing. You have this conversation, man, and it's not uncomfortable, but it's... I hate being this guy.
Okay.
I hate listening to this guy that I'm going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Matt, if you don't get it done with this squad, I don't know about you.
Sure.
Right?
But what do you mean get it done?
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Like, I can make a get it done sound any way I want to make you like this is a slam dunk. Right? Like, I know how difficult it is on the basketball player side. Right. But on the fantasy college basketball side, I got the fantasy team to be in it.
Yeah, I
have the fantasy roster to put pressure on the coaches.
Yes. No, absolutely.
Right?
And then, like I said, I mean, I'll even play this game. I mean, if you want to look
Bob hates what we're doing right now, too. just running up the numbers on Mac right now.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'll play this game, though, too. I mean, the ACC even. I mean, if you want to say, well, yeah, but the ACC, okay, all right. The ACC, I mean, if you look at that ranking, 3 teams in the top 10. There's not one other team. Virginia at 24. One other team.
Last year, these were all top 12 teams.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Duke, North Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
Virginia,
Florida State. I mean, Virginia Tech was in there.
And we felt like we were hunting them. So although they were all like top 15, we felt like we were the threat of top 15.
Yeah, so I mean, you're setting. I mean, you're kind of setting in a year where there's no reason there shouldn't be some success. I mean, I think just off what you I'm not pinning that on the freshmen. I think off what you have coming back.
Yeah, no, that's my point.
I mean,
my point is the recruiting class really doesn't have much to do with.
What if Louisville didn't get? Okay, let me ask you this, and think about this at home. Where would you project Louisville if they got none of the 6 coming in?
Quick commercial break midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville.
I mean, seriously, would it be much different?
That was kind of the point I was making. Yeah. Like, you don't even need them to contribute to be good.
Yeah, you don't even. I mean, like they're literally. I mean, if you traded Cunningham for Kimball, I mean,
and that's it.
Like that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Same team back. What if you got your same team?
Your
back?
exact team back except Kimball,
and the second year Mac. Now he doesn't have to teach rebounding in the entire time.
Would they finish top 5 in the ACC? I mean, and they would. The answer is yes. They would. Good or bad for Durant, get over it. If he was a free agent, none of this stuff would go on.
Yes. Oh, yeah, just music starting. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe it ain't the sugar. Jesus. Maybe they really are poisoning us on a daily basis.
Can you imagine how that felt?
What's that? Donovan?
No. Dez. Dude, you get the call. Think about it. You're waiting. And then you get the phone call that the Cowboys, who have a wide open spot at receiver, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're right there, like, yeah, we want you.
And his life was hectic too, so it's just like, nah, it's different. Yeah, it's different. It's said being the Cowboys, and he thought about it.
Oh yeah, I mean he grew up around it. I mean, like, he grew up in Texas. Yeah, that's crazy. KD handled big market pressure.
Oh. What a waste. A waste.
Dude, this second round is gonna be legit. Dude.
I was scared.
Big time series. We get Rockets Warriors in the second round.
Okay, the question you asked was without recruits.
Mm-hmm. Any of them. Not one. No caveats. Nothing. You can't even say, yeah, and they had a second level grad guy. No. Exactly what they had. Thank you. Yeah, exactly what they have right now. Where would you pick?
Welcome back. It's midday with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we went to break, Steve asked the question. I hope you had a little bit of time to think about it. People, you're welcome for their
Bringing it back. You know what I thought that was when you come in?
What's that?
That song, was it Eddie Murphy? It's called like Boogie in Your Butt. Heard that?
No.
He's like, put a little touch of me in your butt.
No, I have not heard that.
That's what I thought that was when you come in.
But I should.
I was like, that is awesome.
I should be able to know what you're talking about right there. I guarantee people know what that song is. Spike Lee made it popular. But, Steve, you asked a question going into break. 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 93.9 is the text line. I just want to give a little bit of perspective to what Steve, myself, and the public, the media outside of the media fishbowl market that is the University of Louisville, and surrounding areas are saying here.
Yeah.
Eliminate the entire recruiting class.
Gone.
Except no caveats.
None.
Kimball.
You get Kimball.
You need Kimball.
Yeah, you get a grad guy.
You get a grad.
You had to have a point guard.
You get your exact same team back right now in an honest moment, just raw, no emotion. Where would you rank Louisville in the ACC?
Think about it for a second. No Aiden.
Brian Hall.
No Williamson. No David Johnson.
Brian Hall. Absolutely no recruiting class. You return last year's team and just replace Christian Cunningham with Lamar Kimball.
But you don't get Quan, you don't get Okoye back.
Right.
Nope.
No recruits. Just the grad transfer.
Yep. And you get Kimball. And the teams like they are this year. That's what I'm saying. You still feel like they're top 5. Would that team?
Let's say right. Who?
Yeah.
Wait. Let's not even go there just yet, though. Let's say you're 4.
Sure.
4. I mean, how many ACC teams are there?
15.
15 ACC teams. Lamar, Campbell, and let's just say you're 5, right?
Yeah.
5 puts you in the single bye.
Yeah, but when you start saying 5, you know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute, who would you put ahead of?
That's my point.
I start to get aggravated now at 5.
I'm saying 5.
I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
I'm saying 5. And
Duke, Carolina?
Duke, Carolina, Virginia.
Would you put Virginia ahead of them?
Yes. If I look at your face
Yeah.
and you try to rank Louisville ahead of Virginia, I don't care. You and I just had a conversation off air, Steve. Mm-hmm. And you know what you said? You destroyed my argument quicker than any man on the planet. So if we play this music and we get back on air and you try to change your narrative, I will literally jump out of this chair.
I'm just saying, would you rank Virginia ahead of them?
I said this to you.
Losing Kyle Guy.
Stop right now. Just stop it. I said this to you. I said this to you. I said, dude, Ty Jerome and Kyle Guy had something special. Right?
Yeah.
Think about this. I said, Brian, I want you to listen. I said this to Steve in a very in a celebratory manner. I was like, dude, I'd rather play against any 2 other players other than Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome, right? And Steve said, yeah, man, but I don't know. Because before that, elaborate, Steve?
They had Brogdon and Prentice.
Right? Think about it. Before we were dealing with these 2, we were dealing with Malcolm Brogdon and who?
London Fuentes.
And then I said, who would you rather go against? And you know what you said? I don't know, man. Look, I said, but Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome won a national championship. And you were like, I don't know, man. Still. Yeah. Like you were thinking about that. And that immediately put me in a defeatist. Tony Bennett is not allowed to be ranked behind the University of Louisville just on principle, right?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so who's 4? Who would you put ahead of them?
Virginia, North Carolina, Duke, and I don't know.
You're just making some crap up now. You're going to pick 4. You're just going to be like,
Florida State has shown they're capable of reloading.
Definitely, yeah, Florida State.
Where is Florida State ranked on Goodsman's list right now, Steve?
They're not on it. You won't find them.
But Notre Dame brings everybody back as well.
Notre Dame would be a solid argument because I think Notre Dame's going to be a lot better than people think.
No, Notre Dame's going to get the Housen twins. They're going to Notre Dame. You didn't know that.
Well, they can't play this year.
I got this. But they're in practice. They're gonna increase the competition level to put Notre Dame above.
Notre Dame brings everybody back, and they get Pfluger back. Notre Dame.
That's my point.
Notre Dame's going to be better than people think.
I mean, I was 99% BSing.
That one I could almost agree with you if you said they put them at 4.
I was BSing about the transfer thing, people.
Yes,
too. Like
I agree.
That's what I do with Steve. I make up really random things, and I force you to process random scenarios.
Some I do, and some I just talk through.
so we can be prepared for all eventualities.
But the point is,
you got to admit that there's one like random that's going to be a lot better than we think.
Yes, but preseason, what you know from this Louisville team, you're not putting them back. We just said there's no way they'd be outside of the top 5 in the ACC.
Miami's going to buy 2 players.
This is the worst. There was no way.
Yeah. North Carolina State's going to jump up.
I'm going to that game. So, first game.
Are you not worried about North Carolina State?
I mean, Yeah, I mean, there's
like
teams. Yeah, there's teams in the ACC. I'm always worried about things. Good coaches, good players.
Pittsburgh returning everybody.
But I'm saying preseason wise, you're not picking those teams ahead of Louisville if Louisville did not have one recruit coming in
with just your returning team
and Kimball.
Have we moved on to adding the recruiting?
And not yet, because I'm not even adding the caveat where I say, yeah, okay, and you get a second, third tier grad guy to put in there too. No, you don't even get that.
What do you mean? What do you mean second, third tier grad?
Like you know how if I was like, well, okay, I'm going to replace Quan 4 with like we're going to say, okay, we get a guy that was average 7 a game.
Okay, so you were going empty roster.
Yeah, Long Beach State. You know, we just got a random guy. I'm saying no.
Let me ask you this:
you only get Kimball.
How many? You only get Kimball, and you're saying you're 5, right?
I know. I think you'd be 4, but
how much? And that's what I'm saying. I'm playing the lowest possible scenario. And how much does being able to go 5-on-5 with subs in practice? How many games is that worth?
4, and I may be lowballing it, but I'm going to say 4.
Okay. Are injuries more likely now that you're going to be going 5-on-5 more?
Could be, because it was shocking to me that we took 0 big injuries last year. What? Kristen missed 1 game.
Concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even count those as injuries.
I know. I mean, I was really surprised. Part of that, I wonder if that's just a Mac thing, because it didn't feel like he had a lot of guys injured at Xavier.
He's always said that he shortens up those practices.
Well, he's a guy that lost his career to injuries, so maybe he's a little more mindful of that. But I also don't know if last year was a special case where he really, said,
yeah, because
we can only do so much.
Like you talked about earlier, if you're going 3-on-3 and 4-on-4, why'd you spell it that way? Yeah.
It's just weird.
BENGIE. Benji. Thanks for joining us on 93.9, my man. Fire away.
Yeah.
No, we're just saying.
No, not for 2
Benji,
years.
we're just saying going into next year.
Into this season.
If we just kept the returned all our players and added Lamar Kimball, what will we be ranked to you next year? Yes. No.
You're getting those guys back. You got this same team back,
except for Quan 4.
Yeah.
Akoya Gal, and Christian Cunningham. You're adding a scoring point guard. Mm-hmm. Right. But
yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah. They finished 7th last year, though, in a much tougher conference. So around 4 or 5 wouldn't be crazy. No, but you're right. You are what you're saying. Yeah, I appreciate it, Benji, because what he's saying, I know I'm not going to step on that, but what he's saying is absolutely the point.
Yes. Mathematically, we're not playing against last year's ACC.
Yeah.
If Darius Perry improved by 15%, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is like the national conversation of Lamar Kimball versus Christian Cunningham. Let's just say the national conversation. Let's take ourselves out of it so we don't seem like we're, because that's what you do. The out with the old, we're bigger, faster, stronger, right? Yeah. National perception of Lamar Kimball is he's a 3-year point guard starter. With the hit.
He's had big time games against big time teams.
Right.
He's had big time games in the NCAA tournament.
And listen, we just read to you what the teams are going to be like next year. Mm-hmm. All the good teams are losing all of their good players.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They finished 7th last year in what may have been the best ACC since we've been here.
Finished 7th in a great ACC and hit the hardest wall, had the most gut-wrenching losses in the last 10 games than you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
You think Lamar Kimball doesn't save a couple of those games?
Possibly.
You get the same players back. Okay, how much of a difference did Quan 4 make? Did he win you games?
No.
But here's the problem. Be careful with that one.
Okay.
Because Quan 4, I liked him in the starting lineup to start off with a defensive mentality. Sure. I thought he made other guards uncomfortable, but we lost all of that on the offensive end. Right?
Yeah.
We lost all of that. So now you're a more experienced Dwayne. You're more experienced Darius. Mm-hmm. Darius knows that if he plays the Quan 4 role, then you're getting a better Quan 4.
Yeah.
If Darius came in and decided to only take it to the back, is Darius Perry better than Quan 4 offensively?
It's not close.
Is he as good as him on defense?
It wasn't close last year.
Is he as good as him on defense?
Yes.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to not shoot the ball unless you're wide open and you have a full 1 second to breathe.
Yeah.
When you go to the basket, you're going to score.
Yeah.
If you have the self-control that Quan 4 has, Darius, in a year more experience, you don't lose anything at the Quan 4 spot.
Right. And this is the world that we're talking about. And I think even Benji, towards the end, we started to win him over a little bit because I think he had misunderstood what we were saying.
The argument he was making, though, is the perfect argument that we wanted to argue against.
Yeah, because is the thing we're saying now, you start to realize, they were 7th in conferences easier this year, and if they brought everything back and you brought, that's one world.
Or you say Christian Cunningham. Listen, we'll have the argument as well. Maybe we're losing more than we thought with Christian Cunningham. If Benji wants to make that argument, like
sure.
if you're a big Christian Cunningham guy, then you're saying we're also losing something. Okay. Is Christian Cunningham? Do you think his defense is better than Lamar Kimball?
It's to be determined.
We'll call it a toss-up.
Yeah, it's to be determined. Yeah,
at the least.
But Benji said something. He said we lost firepower down the stretch. Kimball's definitely a better scorer than Cunningham. Is he a better passer? I don't know. We'll find out. He's definitely a better scorer. So we're moving ahead.
Brian, play that music because I have about 3 different directions this conversation can go.
We're staying on this topic though, because we have to. This is an alternate universe that we've lived in for the last 15, 20 minutes. Now we get to come back to the real world, and the real world is nice. It's really nice.
Did y'all watch Donovan Mitchell? Don't answer that. Goodness gracious. I love that baby. Rolling along. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. A special announcement. Jill Blessinger, Becky Blemo, East End Housing Conversation. Make that phone call. Reach out. We'll be back. A few minutes, 939 the Ville.
This is too much.
That was awesome.
How sweet did that feel, especially after the way things went in Game 3, bud?
You know, forgive me. Jay Crowder played his ass off.
He did.
Man, you know, we've all been struggling with the shot all series. He came ready to play, and we followed that. He's the heart and soul of that team on our defense and our aggression, and we followed him. So I want to start by just giving a shout out to Jay, man, because without that push, that's possible.
Speaking of that defense and that aggression, you four.
Just own it, Donovan. I love it. You're the John Cena of the NBA now.
I know. I know.
Hey, act like I'm not even here. No, you had 31. You don't win without you. But I feel it.
But I don't know.
I love it.
We'll talk about it later.
Are you ready to sell your home? There couldn't be a better time. Houses are going top dollar and selling quicker. You need to call Jill Lester from Killer Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleeman with Caliber Home Loans. She makes the buying process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Mark Spade or ESPN, your reason is absolutely fine.
15% goes to the Children's Help Organization.
That's 502-773-0506. Let her help you today.
UPS is now hiring for package handlers in Louisville. Package handlers earn competitive wages. Thinking about college? Worried about how you'll pay for your tuition? With UPS's Metropolitan College program, UPSers who meet program guidelines can graduate 100% debt-free, work part-time, go to school, and graduate debt-free. It's that simple. Why pay for school? Let UPS do the heavy lifting. Apply now at upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
Let me just say, I had a friend who totally ruined his car. They got him taken care of quick, efficiently, and now they're family with a lot of freedom. 7 years. That's a leader. Every time you try to hold it, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your girls are better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Women's Place. They have the best free lifetime transfer warranty, best installation in town. Siding and gutters. We've also been doing the most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you
What's the social?
I'll get you this. I don't have the sports and social read yet. I printed it out, but he just told me. Got DFH, got Beer Nose, and then if we could do the NFL draft, because I need the sponsors, and that's on $93.
Boom. Wonder what they're gonna bring.
They'll probably be like a bunch of burgers, chicken sandwiches, just whatever.
Yeah. That'll work.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll be catering stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right.
hear the callers. Why not? I don't know, man. Brian, they're saying they can't hear the They saying they can't hear the callers through this. Why you think that is? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe my volume wasn't up enough. Um, Bowling league playoffs.
This is weird.
What's that?
I'm watching it after it's happened.
Oh,
No.
oh. Yeah.
Who's got the bowling league playoffs?
Somebody said they can't make it because of the bowling league playoffs.
Oh,
I don't know whose number it is.
I don't know whose number. I don't have it either. Must not be very important. We'll get a couple of these in.
Let me get this one first.
Yeah.
Get this out the way.
This
That one, the big money spot. Fresh out the commercial break.
That's not too much. First.
Welcome back. It's midday with Marks Maven 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, how many innings does your air conditioning system have left in it? You're about to find out with spring upon us. So what do we do here at the station? If there's a problem, we call DFH Company. They're fast, they're good, and they're reliable. And if you need to go to the bullpen for a new system, it's a great time to buy a new train comfort system from DFH. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222. Or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions subject to credit approval. I should know that by heart by now. I should not have to ask Brian to give me a sheet every day. Sorry about that, Brian. But the show must go on. Steve?
It must. There's some other big things going on today. We'll have some other stuff later, but one thing we want to make sure you remember, we love being a partner with Barano's Pizza. And for the third year, Echo and Barano's will promote Child Abuse Awareness Month on Tuesday, April 23rd, today. All Louisville or all Metro Louisville and Southern Indiana locations will donate 15% of all their orders to Echo. That's Exploited Children's Help Organization. So go out today if you're wondering where to do lunch, dinner. Go out to a Barano's today and help them support the cause.
Any bear knows will do.
All the Metro Louisville Barano's and Southern Indiana. Good stuff.
Do we got anything else over there tonight?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, this is the high
If you want to
point.
clean it up, 93.9 The Ville, your exclusive home in Louisville for the NFL Draft is ESPN Louisville. First round coverage will begin Thursday at 7 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville, followed by second and third round coverage next Friday, or this Friday, beginning after Louisville baseball around 9 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville. The NFL Draft on ESPN Louisville is presented by Dave & Buster's, Baptist Health Sports Medicine, and First Financial Bank.
We started off with the conversation
By the
of
way,
it.
Thursday, real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Thursday, NFL Draft or Avengers?
You're asking, telling me, or is that rhetorical?
I'm asking you.
Avengers.
Yeah, me too.
What do you mean?
I got 7 o'clock tickets already.
Like
I'm doing it. Yeah.
I'm not going to care about this
I know.
NFL draft
I know. I'm glad you said that.
more
so
than
now I don't
any
feel like a weenie.
time I've ever not cared
Yeah.
about an NFL
I
draft.
bought tickets.
There-
I've already got tickets.
I'm going to live read on Twitter
Yes.
where the Detroit Lions pick, and or I should already know, but
Yeah.
who they select.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to see LB or
Yeah.
OLB or ILB.
We're right over in your neck of the woods too.
Any,
It's the
I
best
gotta
deal.
try that.
Dude,
one.
it's the best deal. I'm talking. Hey, look, like, forget we're on the air right now. Dude, I'm talking like for my whole family. Dude, tickets, large popcorn, large drink, refillable, all of it refillable. By Elijah the kitty thing. Dude, I'm like $32.
Are they welcoming?
Yes. Yes. Yes, they're friendly.
Just let that one breathe for a second.
I went and watched Black Panther there. There was a couple guys behind me. I could tell were kind of like, I could tell they were a little like, and I was kind of like, one of them had a Louisville hat on, and I was like, man, how you think they're gonna be? You know, and he was like, oh yeah. I was like,
Isn't it amazing how Louisville gear brings people together?
Yeah. But he was kind of, I could tell that him and his kids, they were kind of like, are we cool?
We're out here kind of deep.
I should have turned back and looked at him like, can you believe that they're making this movie?
Another superhero movie. Yeah, you'd got beat up.
Yeah, I would have. No, it's cool. It's a good spot.
We left the first half conversation kind of with the dot to be continued.
Yeah.
The conversation started, for those of you who are just joining us the second hour, the conversation started with first ranked number 5 preseason, Kentucky number 6.
No, number 7. We were 6.
We were 6, they were 7. Recruiting class, we were 4.
Mm-hmm.
They were 5.
Yeah.
I made a joke. Am I physically prepared to be ranked ahead of Kentucky and ranked ahead of them in recruiting? Because that was something we had given up on in life. Ever being ranked ahead of Calipari in the recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
We gave that up, right? We knew any time we could go on a run, so the regular rankings didn't make like that huge of a deal. I was going to end up going off on a little path and saying, talking about Coach Mack's responsibility when you start getting those rosters.
Well, because as you said that, I almost said that does take away how we've kind of allowed the Kentucky record over Cal's record over Louisville, because we've all kind of looked in the mirror and said, dude, he's just got more talent.
Yeah.
You start out recruiting him,
Yeah.
that's not gonna fly.
And then, as soon as you did that, I was gonna make everybody upset by forcing you to acknowledge Cal's a much better coach than he was 4 years ago. And you can see it.
I would agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, does Cal become more challenging with less overwhelming talent? Does he take your Mac seat and comparing it to Chris Mack, like, is it now like a battle of the minds now that your recruiting's the same? Or do you say Louisville's still in a rebuilding, a psychological rebuilding?
It's heading
area,
that direction.
where it's going to be coach against coach again.
I think so.
Which is fascinating to me, because as much as we like to say college sports is about the coaches, like that's the cliche line, but you can't win without the horses.
Right.
Sticking with the player aspect of it, though.
Yep.
Said if you bring back your exact same roster, add Lamar Kimball.
Now let's be clear, because Benji was a little confused on this
Okay.
when he called in. So just so everybody is clear, people are tuning in for lunch. What we're saying is, you bring your entire roster back, Jordan, Enoch, everybody.
What we're gonna do with BJ? Let's keep BJ.
Let's keep BJ because
for sake of argument.
there's no recruits, so I don't know where the draw for VJ to leave would be.
Right.
Okay, so you keep VJ. You lose now. Who graduated? Kristen Cunningham, Okoye Gal, Quan Ford.
Mm-hmm.
You do, however, get
Lamar.
I
keep wanting to do it too. So
I know.
Yeah.
Lamar Kimball. You get hit. I almost call him LeVar Ball.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, why?
Just LeVar.
Kimball?
Yeah, but
Ball?
Yeah. Kimball, Lamar Ball, Kimball,
It's
LeVar Ball.
Lamar Kimball, and I want to call him LeVar Ball.
Because that
makes no sense.
It's like saying Kimball instead of Ball.
That works.
It's easy.
I appreciate that help.
Yeah.
You get Lamar Kimball, fresh Kimball. He comes in. But you get nothing else.
No additions. But see, you're saying nothing else, and I'm saying, at the very least, a 15% better Darius Perry.
Oh, yeah.
A 10, 15% better Jordan Wara.
A 45% better Chris Mack. from one year to the next. Being
No.
being in a new spot, absolutely.
No, that's too much.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think as far as the coaching staff,
because I'm gonna take away the first year bump. Because here's the thing, there was such a big difference between Mac experienced head coach and David Padgett.
Yeah, but as a staff, he never worked with Coach Kettler. He had never worked with
But that's what I said.
on his staff.
You made the biggest jump. Don't you think you made the biggest jump just off of one off season with them?
Well, I was saying this offseason would be where you make, but okay, we'll play that.
Yeah,
20%.
See, I was ready to ready to give into that one because that's kind of a coin flip.
Yeah,
we can say the biggest jump was the first year because the situation was so dysfunctional last year, or we can say no, the biggest jump is going to be this year because now you've had a full year going into the offseason. We've had a postseason meeting with every player to have expectations over the summer. You were just getting to know each other last summer.
Yeah.
So you couldn't come in and say, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't do it. Now you can.
So we'll meet in the middle. We'll say a 20-some% better staff.
25% more challenging staff.
They finished 7th last year in one of the toughest, probably the toughest ACC since we've been in it.
I mean,
I think that's very fair to say.
Your 1 seeds and 2 seeds say it was the best.
Yeah, so with one of the toughest, with probably the toughest schedule in the country when it was all said and done.
Right.
You finished 7th in the ACC last year. I think you would be a preseason top 5-4 pick in the ACC this year with none of the 6 coming in.
But here's the thing. What are you losing? Because I don't want to go sunshines and rainbows and say everybody's better. What are you? I want your in particular.
I can give it to you right
scrutinize. Now. What are you losing?
Whatever Kimball can't give you that Kristen did.
That's okay.
If that's nothing, then you're not losing anything.
So our conversation about Darius Perry and Quan Four.
Yeah.
Darius is he's a personality.
I know.
What if he does not? I mean, we saw a video of Darius Perry putting in a serious grind.
What did you think about my comment? He's learned that from somewhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Steve and I were talking about, we like to psychoanalyze little things and like little behaviors of guys when they're kind of just hanging out and around the gym. We always try to dissect which guys are really like serious. You just see even guys in photos, some guys just look like they're ready to get back to the gym, and some guys look like I used to go out in my practice uniform ready to go, stop by the gym on the way back.
Right.
Not to be seen or anything like that, but you get the point. We like psychoanalyzing guys that look like they are ready to go play, and which guys are just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just saying Darius Perry.
I'm saying what Kimball can't give you that Kristen did is what you would lose.
And you're saying nothing with Quan Four.
No.
Was he a better passer than Darius Perry?
No.
I don't know, man, because Darius can fling that thing around.
Okay,
man.
how about this?
Darius broke down a lot in those games where we needed him to be to protect the ball.
Maybe here. Maybe where Quan wouldn't take a shot, Darius may take 2 bad ones.
I know, but on this team, that's going to be important, though.
Yeah.
Like Darius his shot selection has been.
How much better is Darius? Some players need this. How much better is a Darius Perry that comes in and you say, dude, you get this is your spot. It's your spot.
I hate
How
that.
much more confident was it? But some people thrive on that.
Yeah, no, I know.
It can be a terrible thing, too.
Yeah, like I have to depend on you. Now you're like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. Or you could be a guy that would say, okay, all right, now that I know I don't have something leaning over my shoulder here, I can play.
He to me he didn't. To me he didn't. To me when he played, to me when Darius played, you needed him to play because Ryan McMahon was missing and he was getting cooked on defense. Darius, we need you for defense. Darius comes in, he shoots hero shots.
Mm.
And he's hit them, I would say 2 games he bailed Louisville out.
Yeah. Probably.
But I would say 4 games he took the worst shot
Yeah.
the team needed.
Sure.
So probably got you in trouble.
But with all that being said, Benji called in, and Benji had a good point when the reason we kept referencing that call was because one of the things he said, well, one of the problems is, we just didn't have quite enough firepower
Right.
last year. So now let's come back to the real world. The real world is we've just spent the last 30, 45 minutes convincing you, and I think majority we probably won over, that Louisville's a top 4 or 5 team in the ACC if they bring nothing in. But the real world says they do bring in.
Okay. What do you gain the most? To me, my first thought is full court.
Yes.
Full court daily practice.
Practice. Right off the top.
My second thing is you get control over Darius Perry's bad shot.
Yes. Yes.
I think I'm going to say this, and I mean it. Mm-hmm. And it took me 2 seconds to have to accept this. At every single point of last year's season, David Johnson would have been better than Darius Perry on the floor.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yep.
And that stung. That stung.
I know.
Because Darius Perry, everybody loves Darius Perry.
Gosh, yeah.
Right. Like, Jill Blessinger's going to kill me for saying that on the air, too. Like, she's, Darius.
Like Darius got
Yeah.
Girl. Woman.
Right. So here's the thing. David Johnson would have been a better player than Darius Perry on the floor at every moment.
Absolutely.
Duke, full court pressing late game. David Johnson is one of the best. He's going to be the top 2 passers on the team.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Is that a reach?
No.
If Kimball can pass,
Because I'm assuming Kimball's the other one.
okay. Give me somebody else that can pass. Malik's not a bad passer.
I don't know, man. Our bigs. That's somebody's work, man.
Yeah.
Our bigs passing is not good.
I'm looking for another passer. You get my point.
Yeah.
David Johnson is a better decision maker than pretty much anybody you're going to see on this floor.
Yeah.
Even if he just does that, even if he comes out, he makes good decisions, he rebounds really, really hard.
Yep.
He really takes pride in his rebounds.
Mm-hmm. Or if he just
makes
a pass.
Yeah, that's my point. That's
yeah.
my point. He can get it to Jordan Wara.
Ryan can pass.
Yes, but his decision making on the passes are bad. He can pass, and when it works, it works. Mm-hmm. But how many times, that's my thing. He dribbled himself into trouble.
Yeah.
David Johnson will not dribble himself into that level of trouble. He's a big guy, so he can naturally be stronger with the ball than Ryan or Darius.
Yeah,
because he's so much bigger than them.
Sure. No, this is just adding David Johnson,
who is
how you're like
middle of the lineup recruit.
Oh, man, that does add a lot.
He's not middle of the lineup in effectiveness.
Yeah.
And what your team needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we've added David Johnson to the team. And
we've added David Johnson's 5 rebounds, 5 points, and 3 assists.
Okay.
What do you think about that stat?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I may even go down on the rebounds.
You don't think he can
well, it depends on the minutes he plays.
Yeah, he's
Oh yeah, no. If you're gonna tell me David Johnson's playing 25, 30 minutes,
absolutely. I was gonna give him 19.
Yeah, see, I mean,
VJ was getting 4 rebounds in the same amount of time. David Johnson, a confident David Johnson, will attack it like a young pepper pot.
No, that's fair.
Just that freshman energy. I am super, and it's that Trinity stuff. Shout out to the Trinity coach. This dude's a bought-in team guy.
Yeah.
Right? VJ bought into Team Guy to save his career.
Mm-hmm.
VJ came in expecting people to work, to get me open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a team guy, but a different way.
Sure.
I came to a team to shine. David Johnson is, I'm gonna make the team shine.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I know it sounds crappy.
No, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, they're both beautiful human beings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like with their team, but just different. Okay. You're adding.
Add Aiden.
Aiden, I was gonna go Aiden.
Yeah, I think you add Aiden now. Now you have another big man. Now Chris Mack and Aiden. One of the main things Aiden brings is now Chris Mack has the ability to tinker lineups a little bit different. I'm not saying he'll go away from the one big, but he can.
You know what he brings? Okay, we can easily say rebounds and putbacks, right?
Mm.
Aiden Agahan brings the ability for Malik.
I agree.
Who, me?
Yeah. He's like, man, they're beautiful human beings.
They're beautiful souls. Aiden Agahan. You can tell me my feelings today.
Texter said, man, that was deep.
Aiden, not what he brings. Tell me, agree or disagree?
Yeah.
The biggest thing he brings. Oh, they were showing the KFC chicken and waffles. I wanted to see what you thought about that.
Oh, I didn't have a KFC yet.
He brings the ability for Steven Enoch and Malik Williams to go block shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could not block shots because 2 fouls means you're done for a half.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah,
I can, because think about it. They gave up 10 points a game of just because they weren't allowed to jump on defense.
And that's kind of my point. I mean, I think the lineups and Aiden, and I'm not even going to what he brings on the court.
Because we didn't even play a lot of teams with a big man bigger than Aiden Agahan.
No.
70% of our schedule, the centers we were going against were Aiden size.
Yeah, we didn't play a lot of huge big men.
Blackshear was a big guy. Jack Salt. What other guy? Not Salt,
Huff.
but yeah, Huff.
Yeah, he was only good against us.
No, Pfluger.
He didn't play. Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney.
But Mooney.
He's about Aiden size.
About Aiden size, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your Boston College big man. Your Florida State was stupid.
Well, Florida State's huge. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, Florida State was just stupid.
We're not saying you did. Kentucky was big.
Yeah.
But even Kentucky, I mean, with Reed Travis, about Aiden size.
Right.
Yeah.
Reed Travis was a center.
Yeah.
Aiden's Reed Travis.
I wanted to say that right off the bat, but then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Tennessee, Grant Williams. Aiden's bigger than Grant Williams. So.
But Admiral Schofield just different.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Height wise, they're the same.
Oh no, Aiden's 5 inches taller than Admiral Schofield.
No, that's the joke I was making.
Yeah.
Admiral, just his presence was he's 6'9".
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, the point being, what you're saying, I mean, his ability just to open it up for Steve, for Malik to do what you're saying, to play more aggressive. I'm saying for Coach Mack to be able to play more together.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna suck again. Aiden is gonna be a better catch and finisher than both of our big men immediately.
Yeah. Could be. There's a long time between now and the season.
They can get better though.
Yeah.
Malik can get better at finishing.
But you know what will make you better?
Like Aiden's strong point is finishing, catching and finishing.
But when this kid comes in May and y'all are running in practice and he catches 2 on the baseline and goes up and and comes back down the court and you go,
YouTubers, did you just see Steve Ruffage?
Yeah, and you say, you know what? Maybe I should make sure I catch and finish. Yeah, or he's going to play for me.
That's his strong point.
Yeah.
Listen, I won't even say you're not better than Steve or Malik. You know what I'm saying? They know the
Absolutely
system.
not.
You're not better.
No, you're not a better player.
Yeah, you're not. You're not a better player. But when you catch it under the basket, it is boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about your alley-oop game, because boy, Enoch sometimes.
He cocks it back a little too far too.
Aiden.
Yeah, like we're watching college. Man.
What do you mean? Elaborate on
You
that.
may not be able to bring it all the way back to your back and then go. Like I'm like, just go up and dunk.
I don't know.
He may. I mean, if he's strong enough.
I don't know because and it's one of those things like that cock back when you're dunking it, the tomahawk.
Yeah.
It's better phrasing.
Sure.
The tomahawk.
Yeah.
The quality of that is you don't really like want to challenge that one. Like guys who just
Fair.
jump straight up and dunk it.
Because he may take your arm.
Yeah, it just looks
yeah.
more dangerous. And there's
Zion did it.
is that your argument, Steve?
If he can be as good as Zion, then what? Then
We'll be at least top 5 in the conference.
At least. No, okay. All right, so we've added Aiden. Now, well, hang on. And real quick, let's add one more thing with Aiden. Aiden, I think, will keep balls alive.
Yeah.
I think Aiden's the type of guy that will, he'll get it off the rim. He'll give you a chance at rebounds we shouldn't have a chance at.
So tired like one of those tireless workers just to
Yeah.
get a tip out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So now we've added Aiden and David Johnson. to this team.
Okay, were we
How
a
do we
bad
feel now?
offensive rebounding team?
No. Heck no. I mean, gosh, I think rebounding may have been one of our strengths for most of the year. I mean,
Defensively.
we were, I don't know. I mean, I think we were better defensively than offensively. Okay, maybe that.
I
Maybe
think
that's the
we
case.
were only good on defensive end.
Maybe that's the case.
That's why BJ's
Okay, but a lot
offensive
of-
rebounds look so awesome.
Sure, but a lot of that I could say had to do with the fact that Malik and Steve had to play passive a lot too. So I could argue that Aiden helps there. So now just adding David and Aiden all of a sudden, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh now we're starting to creep over into the top 3. Because now I'm like, man, we had these 2 guys with what we had.
And we're just doing simple Aiden.
Yeah.
We gave David Johnson 5 points, 4
Yeah.
rebounds, and 2 assists.
Sure. I mean, and now
And good decisions, ball handling.
right. And now I'm saying,
Full
man,
court press. I'm putting David Johnson in the game.
yes. And now I'm like, now we're having the argument again. Like, you sure you put your now we're back to that, and maybe you still do.
Because as soon as you do that, I'm saying, Tony Bennett, sorry, Chris, coach. Like, I'm not going to do this.
Until you beat him.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter what mathematical equation you come up with. I'm not putting Tony Bennett anywhere behind number 3.
Okay, well, how about this? Let me give you.
Hasn't he earned that, Steve?
Yeah, oh no, he totally has.
Okay,
he
thank
totally
you.
has.
I didn't want to feel like I was
No,
being like,
no.
Hey man, Marcus Killer Coach Mack today.
Oh no, absolutely not. But okay, but
He's talking about Coach K and Roy Williams and Tony Bennett.
But hear me out. Let me give you now. Let me give you the third.
I hate you two. I hate you two. You're just kids, man.
I know.
You're just Boy Scouts. Okay, keep going.
But now let me give you the 3rd leading scorer all time in North Carolina.
We've only added 2 of the recruiting class
Yeah.
to make the team marginally better
Yeah.
or significantly.
But you said you need more scoring too.
Benji needed more scoring.
So I'm going to give you a guy. I'm going to give you a guy that is 3rd all time in the state of North Carolina, ahead of Michael Jordan, ahead of Chris Paul, ahead of a lot of these guys in scoring. I'm gonna give you this guy. This guy's 6'4", 6'5". He's a 2 guard, 4-star player, athletic, probably your most athletic guy on the team.
I disagree.
Okay.
You let that one dunk. That dunk got you way too.
Who on our
turned
team
on.
can do it?
Who on our team?
Who on our team can do what he did?
Jordan?
Absolutely not.
Stephen Enoch?
There's no chance. There is no chance.
You think Josh
Stephen
Nickelberry
Enoch
is
could
more
throw
athletic?
The basketball off the side. Now you're making me mad because you think Stephen Enoch could throw the basketball off the side of the backboard and 360 dunk it from the baseline.
You forgot what Stephen Enoch was doing at the downtown thing. Stephen Enoch is a freak.
He went between his legs.
That's more like knowing how to do it right.
Dude,
Opposite
there
tennis.
is nobody on that team could do the dunk that Josh Nickelberry did, and Josh Nickelberry's head was at the
I
rim.
disagree.
There is no chance.
Right.
He's the best athlete on that team right off the bat.
You think so?
Yes.
I've seen David Johnson do some silly things.
David's close. David's close. Yeah.
Which makes it
I like
funny.
David.
The point
Yeah.
is, Steve got all worked up and got me worked up the other day because they were showing Cole Anthony, and they were showing his dunks like look how easy Cole Anthony is doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you get the little collage video and you put Cole Anthony and Josh Nickelberry kind of beside each other, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't know which was which because they look alike, right?
Yeah.
You might side with Nickelberry.
Yes. No, you would. Nickelberry, I'm telling you, Nickelberry will be... All right. I'm giving you a guy, third all-time scoring in North Carolina, over the guys I named, and he's going to be one of your three best athletes. Now we're putting this...
How tall is he?
He's 6'4".
So 6'3". I don't trust that. Yeah, I don't trust it.
So now I'm adding Josh Nickelberry to the team.
What is he going to bring to the table?
The basketball going in the basket.
How? Like getting fouled?
Like this.
like
Yeah.
getting fouled?
In multiple ways. Getting fouled,
So-
hitting threes, getting to the lane, but that orange ball
okay.
will go through that rim.
The reason I'm making you do
Yeah.
this, Steve, is
No, I
because
love it.
you don't get to just say like you know how we do bigger, faster, stronger. No.
Yeah.
He has one skill set that's going to put him on the court. That's what
Yes.
I did with David Johnson. That's why we did
Yes.
Aiden and Gahan first. And you can't just say, oh, he's just going to find ways to put it. Give me something that I know when I put him in the game. Mac talks about all the time. I know I'm going to get this every time.
Well, why can't I say that? I'm going to get a guy that can find ways to put points on the scoreboard.
What's going to keep him off the floor?
I haven't watched him defensively as much.
He's skinny.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe defensively.
Maybe
just
in
gets
person
bullied a little
he's
bit.
skinnier than we think.
Could be. Maybe he gets bullied a little bit as far as can I stay in front.
But you can see his muscles, so you can see that he
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're also looking at how many minutes he's going to play. What if I tell you I need Nickelberry for 10 or 12 tops?
I don't know how his ball handling is either.
That's fair, but I don't need him to be doing that. That's why I'm running Kimball.
I
would have brought in Kimball in them if I needed.
Because when I watch top teams, they have to have multiple ball
Well, we
handlers.
do. We've got 4 or 5.
Who?
I mean, you've got Ryan. You've got Kimball.
See, no. We're not putting Ryan McMahon in the game to be a ball handling guy.
Why not?
Because he turns it over a lot.
No, he turned it over
He's
when he
shooter
didn't have
guy.
nobody to help him. He's not turnover guy. If you got a guy like Kimball that can get the ball off the floor, if I got guys like David Johnson,
Ryan
in the game,
McMahon in the crunch time turns the ball
yes,
over a lot.
with nobody that he can pass it to, with a bunch of guys going, well, Ryan, go ahead and get it. Yes, he will.
Ryan, settle this one. Ryan McMahon, is he considered a ball handler going into next year?
It's madness. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Both of y'all are crazy.
Dude, he turned that ball over a lot.
Yes. Why can't McMahon not? No, that's the point. They're on the court. You have guys that can bring the ball up. This year, he didn't have anybody that could bring the ball up with him. And when he was out there, he would get trapped and he would get stuck, and you got nobody to help.
I think you bring him in
If
for
Ryan-
shooting but not handling the ball.
If Ryan cannot, yeah, right, he's secondary ball handler. I'm okay with that. But if you're telling me Ryan is not capable of handling the basketball, then get the freak out of Kentucky, Ryan. Get off my team. If that's all you're good for,
Steve, you kicked him off the team quite.
yeah. I mean, if you're telling me, dude,
When he was going to the basket, Mac was kicking Ryan off. When he was going to the basket, saying you're folding when you go to the paint, when you're dribbling the ball, when you run into contact and you don't get the call,
Yeah.
what do you say, wilt?
yeah.
That's the phrase he used.
Yes.
if I'm going to be the next level guy, I'm
Right.
saying I can't have Wilter
Sure.
guy handling the ball.
But you have ball handlers now. So why would Ryan be in there in the crunch time if you needed to? Like, that's
Right.
my point.
Okay.
I mean, you have
And-
multiple guys outside of him.
But that's putting him on the bench.
So I'm just saying, like, going back to the whole point, I don't think Nickelberry necessarily has to be ball handler guy. On
But
this
see,
team.
he's a guy I'm going to have to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I have to see if he can. And again, to his credit, to Nickelberry's credit, the rumor has been, man, we just took off this hour, didn't we?
Yes.
We just got loaded up.
Yes.
The rumor has it that the reason Nickelberry's stock dropped is because he went to point guard a year ago and just turned into ball handler guy, which is not sexy for recruiting analysts. That's another thing that's really unfortunate. You know, like you got guys who should be working on their natural position, but if they're not on those teams, if they're not on those IMGs and things like that,
Sure.
they have to put up stupid numbers scoring, which ends up hurting their ball handling and their decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he legitimately has been working more on his ball handling than his two guard stuff, he could help you.
Yeah, he could. So now I'm going to give you. So now we've added that. Now we're going to add two guys.
Simultaneously?
Yeah, we're going to add two guys. We're going to add two role guys. Now we're going to add two guys that
Jesus.
one of them's 6'9", the other one's 6'7", 8. Okay. One of them is.
Wait a minute. We've already done Aiden,
Yeah.
David Johnson. Actually, we did David Johnson, Aiden,
And Nickelberry.
and Nickelberry.
And now we're going to add two more guys. We're going to add Jalen Withers and Quinn Selinsky.
You know. Okay.
Okay. We're going to add two guys. It's going to give you some extra depth. It's going to give you depth in practice. Withers is a guy that I think
6'7", and how tall?
6'9". I'm going to give you a guy in Withers who right now, I mean, he's a really solid rebounder.
He's a 6'7" athlete.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Skinny, high. I don't even know. We won't say high motor because we don't know.
Yeah.
He's a skinny, athletic, 6'7" guy.
Yeah, you know, a guy that's going to rebound hard. He's got an extreme motor, you know, and he'll play. He'll get you some minutes. He'll get you some minutes.
Big old upside.
Yeah.
Big time upside.
Yeah.
He'll get better faster than most
Yeah,
people.
nice addition. So if you ever do have a game where, and I think Withers is getting a little overlooked though, man. I think he's gonna be better.
Get your drum roll ready, Ryan.
I
I want a big drum roll.
I think he'll be better than people think.
Withers?
Yeah,
This year.
yeah. I think he'll play. I don't get me wrong. I'm not turning him into like first, second, 13th freshman
Yeah.
team.
By the end of the
Yeah.
year, Jalen Withers will be doing something on the court that will be driving people crazy by the,
I think
by the end of the
there
season.
will be some games where you as a fan will have to say, man, we probably should get Withers in there right now. You know,
Yeah.
in scenarios.
He's going to bail you out of a foul trouble situation.
Yeah, I think so.
A couple of times.
Yep.
Okay, that's 6'7" Withers and 6'9".
No, Withers is more like 6'8".
I can't tell. He's so skinny.
I know.
6'7".
Whatever. We'll say they're both 6'7". I'm fine with that. Selinsky's about 6'7".
Okay, so Zelensky, shooter,
Yeah, just shooter guy. He's a guy. You know, look, you may not even go to him.
tall shooter.
He's gonna have to earn his way on the court, but he does things that will help, especially in practice.
Tall shooter,
Yeah.
free throw guy, big potential, and it's apparently a super grinder.
It may even be redshirting this year.
We'll call him redshirt. We'll call him redshirt.
But he can
grinder.
practice. Yeah, he can practice.
Okay, we've done David Johnson, Aiden and Gahan, and Josh Nickelberry. Those were the three that you could see like helping.
Oh, yeah.
We put them on the court,
Yeah.
and then we went Jalen Withers,
Is a fringe helper.
fringe helper.
Yeah.
And
Selinsky is off the court guy. He's gonna help you off the court.
Brian.
Now, I'm gonna deliver to you a top 20 McDonald's Jordan brand All-American in the form of
5-star.
5-star
Out of Texas.
Out of Texas, built into a 6'6", 6'7" frame.
Firepower is no longer a conversation. Flamethrower. That was the wimpiest rip shot I've ever heard in my life. Samuel Williamson is all offense. Okay, let's just say he's Jordan War last year, or Jordan War freshman year.
Okay.
Talent-wise. Under a Mac. So you get freshman Jordan War that we should have had on the court the entire year.
Yes.
If he plays a normal game, he gives you 12 to 15 points.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
In a game where Samuel Williamson comes in for David, Jordan, or whoever, you're getting 10, 11 points.
Listen, here's the
minimum
difference.
off the bench with him.
Here's the difference. I'm gonna use this for an example. And people, help me, be with me here because I'm being hypothetical. But when you're up 20 on Duke, you have an extra guy that's like, all right, man, all right, thanks for freaking out here. All right, hey, oh, boom, boom, makes it, gets to the rim. Oh, he got it. All right, whew. All right, and then they go on a little more. They score a couple more, and it's like, oh man, that's 14. All right, now Sam gets it. Oh, bucket and one. All right. So we're gonna win. Now we're gonna win.
Samuel and Jordan on pick and rolls on either side of the basketball court are going to help you eke out the games when there's pressure. Because that's what McDonald's All-Americans mostly can do.
Yes.
And this kid's, he's, put it this way, the guys that were scoring more than him in the McDonald's and Jordan game were scoring more off of motor and confidence.
Yeah.
Right? But the most skillful scorer there was Samuel Williamson. Would you say that? Well, the practices said that. The game didn't really say that, but the practices said he was the best raw scorer out there.
Yeah, well, real quick, I just wanted to add this in. Patino said that Cole Anthony is one of the best guards he's watched in his entire life. So, that's good. So we got that for us. So he should suck.
Well, North Carolina's going to jump up another 6 spots because of the Rick Pitino endorsement.
But you're right. He was, man. And I mean, you have a guy that can just go up, even over an R.J. Barrett, a guy who's an equal talent. I'm not saying he's equal to R.J. Barrett. But
you can actually repeat that. You can say Cole Anthony, Samuel Williamson, and 2 other guys are the best raw scorers in this class.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pick those other guys.
Duke was number one team in the country, probably.
Let's go Maxey. Let's just say Maxey.
Okay, I was gonna go Michigan State, but yeah, that's fair. We'll go Kentucky.
Rocket Watts.
Yeah, I mean, we watched him and Rocket Watts go back and forth in practice
against each other.
Yeah,
top scorers.
Yeah, and Rocket Watts is going to be a player that's going to. I do wish we'd got him, but he's a guy that's going to probably come off the bench for Michigan State as a 6th or 7th man. They're going to be nasty. I hope we go up there too. I want them.
I want them
bad.
Yeah,
and I think it will be.
We going?
Yeah, to East Lansing. I think
we got to catch them early too,
because
before it gets
Duke
cold.
Duke and them are kind of in that Champions
We'll
Club.
go to the Lions game, and then we'll go
beautiful
to Michigan State.
Well, that may be around when does Cowboys play up there. Maybe close.
I'm not talking about the Cowboys, Steve.
You know they played the Vikings and the Lions back to back. Dallas does. That's gonna be a fun couple weeks.
Tough luck for Cowboys. That's where you get eliminated.
That's where you rest your starters for 2 straight weeks.
Jesus Christ!
Guys get
just shut your mouth.
Guys get so tight, and then you lose 2 or 3 games down the stretch. So, but yeah, no. But the point is, man, after we've had this conversation, I think you have legitimate reason to be excited about a team going into next season.
You think Goodman did this math before when he was sitting around with his wine, just saying that Louisville team just.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you start to look and you say, I mean, Dickie V did. I mean, the tweet he had, I mean, and I don't agree with a lot of his tweets, but I mean, his tweet made sense. He said, look, you look what the ACC's losing. Louisville not really losing anything. Now, of course, I will say this. I think a lot of people are
Where's Jordan number 32 at? That's just the same board that we saw a long time ago, the Sports Illustrated board.
maybe the draft.net that people look at.
I haven't seen anything new that had him at 32.
No, nothing reputable. I mean, he's
SI top 100.
maybe. I mean, that'd be solid if he was. I mean, that'd be the highest I've seen him.
Yeah. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, so. But there's no way. ESPN's got him like in the 60s. It's just not. He's not going first round. It's not. It's like. But
Yeah, I mean, somebody tweeted that. I just hadn't seen that.
But have we convinced you enough at this point that even if you lost,
And like you
Jordan,
said, he's still way too good to be 30.
Yeah, no, he should. I swear,
Yeah.
Jordan should be back.
Like I said,
and be a top 20 guy.
Unless he had like to bail a family member out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like something urgent.
Yeah, but
Dude.
we had that conversation. I don't feel like he does.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Either.
guys that do,
You get it.
I get it.
Like we listen. We supported. No, anybody got caught saying Terry Rozier should come back. We killed him.
Yes, and know his family life, man.
Yeah, we were ready to crush anybody because
Sure.
we knew he needed to get out of here.
Yes, Smarto. People mocked Smarto when he left.
No, he gotta go.
But you didn't know Smarto's dad was driving a cab in some of the worst parts of Jamaica where people were getting their heads cut off.
Yeah, just no.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
there is no.
Yeah,
There
coming
is.
back. Go get your money, man. And people were like, "Oh, well, he just signed like a small contract."
Yeah.
got his dad out of Jamaica just like that.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
that's-
sorry, dude.
It's not even a conversation.
Yeah. So I'm
Jordan.
all-
Yeah, Jordan, you ain't getting that. You ain't
But
getting
Jordan, I don't think has that. So
that. What up, Pop? What's war?
yeah, and you know we love Pop's War, man. I think Jordan's all right.
He's straight.
Yeah, he's got a good family. So
Brian, we just lost the entire show
yeah,
on a Tuesday,
yeah.
April 22nd.
Well, we got people probably booking hotels. Somebody right now is on Expedia, like, what's Atlanta like around?
And people, that was natural
Early
too.
April.
That
Let's see.
wasn't selling you on something. You heard us. The reason I didn't talk to Steve this morning is because I knew we were going to be working out that conversation in our brains. Rational. What was the most irrational thing we said the entire time?
You saying Ryan can handle the ball? I don't know.
You saying Josh Nickelberry is more athletic than Steven Enoch.
No, that's fact. That was irrational. That's the truth.
We're going to be sitting here arguing this, people, and y'all are not going to be listening because the show's over.
Go type in Josh Nickelberry dunk. That's homework for today. Then y'all call tomorrow.
Then type in Steven Enoch. Jill Blessinger.
Do that.
Becky Bleemel. People, it's a hot time. East End real estate. Make that call. Listen to that commercial. Make that call. Windows Plus. I know you see the beauty that Kentucky provides for you. Windows Plus will make it HD.
Louisville.
The state of Kentucky is beautiful.
Have you drove through it all?
Bill Escorts and Sons Collision Center. I've seen the cars. I've seen the skid marks, sides of the roads. Make that a quick call. Everybody who's been there has endorsed it. You will too. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. We are made for the Ville is the YouTube channel. Click that little subscribe button to let you know when we're on every single time. Middays with Marks Maven on 93.9 The Ville.